Yo guys, welcome back to another Turbo Tyler video. Today what I want to do is finally do our first drive in the Mk5 R32, and we're going to be doing it POV style, as you guys can tell by the camera angle. So we've come out to sort of a local area to me where there's a few back roads. We're not going to go too crazy in the R32. This isn't like a track car like the Focus is, but I really want you guys to come along for the drive and experience the noise that this thing makes and how fun it is to drive. Yeah, I just come out here to take a few photos of the car. Just washed it this morning. We've got the wingbacks, as I keep going on about. If you guys follow on Instagram, you'll see every single video has got the wingbacks posted in it as well. We also did that AliExpress lip up on the top. That's made a big difference. And yeah, and as I mentioned in the last video, this car has a resonator delete, so it sounds real cool. For those who aren't too familiar with the R32s, I'll give you a little quick rundown while I'm here. It is a 3.2 VR6, produces about 250 crank horsepower or brake horsepower. There she is. So yeah, 3.2 V6, about 250 horsepower, and it drives all four wheels using a Generation 4 Haldex system. So we've got the Draggy with us today. We're going to be doing a launch control. So yeah, let's go ahead and start the car up and then we'll get into it. Always like the fuel pump prime. Got a real beefy sound to that 3.2. You guys will definitely hear it on the video. She's warm. We'll give her a little bit of a rev while we're here. Woo! All right, let's get into it. I don't really have a place planned that I want to drive the car to today. The plan really is to just find a sort of road where I can do a draggy, so I can do a 0 to 100. Obviously this car is automatic, so pulling away like that is just so easy. It is nice to daily in auto again, and with that sound, hopefully you guys can pick it up in the video. So I think it's about time we drop a gear. With these DSG gearboxes, you can just go straight into manual mode on the paddles, which I normally do. So just flick the pedal and we drop down like we're in second gear there, which is typically the way I drive the car. I'll just leave it in drive most of the time, and then if I want to have a little bit of fun, you just flick the paddles on. Down here we've got drive, then you have Tiptronic, so I can do it on the gear stick like that, and then you have sport mode, which I really don't like sport mode. Personal preference really, but I think it just keeps the revs way too high. I think it'd be good if you were using the car on track, but it's not what it's used for. It's mainly just to do little pulls like that, and this car isn't the fastest. I've taken out a few friends in the car, and they actually think it's quite quick. Me personally, I don't know. I'm more used to turbo power and stuff, so I think it's pretty slow. Like we didn't really go anywhere there. But it sounded pretty cool doing it. The downshifts are the best, like, oh my god, that's amazing. You don't really even have to rev this thing out massively to enjoy the sound of it as well. Like that 3 to 4K range is more than enough for the sound. And I quite like just the resonator delete. A lot of people say it sounds raspy, which I do agree, it does sound raspy. But it also, you can put it in 6th gear like now, and we're cruising on this back road at 80, and you can't even hear the exhaust. It's perfectly fine. But if you do want to have a little bit of fun, you can just drop a few gears and then like that. So I think it's sort of like the perfect sort of daily drivable exhaust. This R32 obviously has the wingback seats, which I always go on about, and I absolutely love these seats. When I first drove a customer's car with wingback seats, I didn't really think they were all that for the money. I was like, oh, it's not really worth it, but I think they are worth it just for the look, and they do really support you when you are going sort of like through the twisties on back roads and stuff like that. They are really supportive, and they're heated leather as well, so I think for a daily it's just like the perfect sort of package. Auto R32 with the wingback seats, like, yeah, I love it. four-wheel drive system. It's providing all the grip through the corners. This thing does grip really well. Obviously, got good tyres, and being that Haldex system. I don't push the car too hard, but there's a nice sort of hairpin bend around here. Good brakes as well. I hope the GoPro's picking up the exhaust noises from this thing because it just sounds so good. Alright, we're going to do our first 0 to 100 launch in the Golf here. We've got the draggy set up. I've got my dad with me, so he's going to start it for me. And we're going to get going, so... What do we get?
6.6.
6.6?
Yeah. One, is that right? Yeah, and 9.8 on there.
What? 6.6? This thing's slow. What? Yeah, it is. What the hell? 6.6 on a complete flat road. I'm shocked. That's really disappointing. That is really disappointing. We'll go give it one more run, but for an all-wheel drive car, wow. That's, I thought we'd be in the sub sixes for sure. All right, we're going to do another attempt here. Let's go. Hold on. Let's just make sure it's reset. There we go. 5.56. For some reason, at the end of that clip, my GoPro just cut off and stopped recording. But here's the draggy screenshot. So it was a 5.56. Super happy with that result. And that goes ahead and puts me in the 3rd spot on the leaderboard, which I'm real happy with, because if you look at the horsepower on the other cars around me, I've only got 250 horsepower and it's at the 3rd spot, so I'm super happy with that. Alright, we've found ourselves a tunnel, so you know what that means. We've got to do a little bit of a send through it. Alright guys, I reckon we do one more little tunnel hit and then that's it for today's video. I hope you guys have enjoyed this POV drive video. I really enjoy doing them. So if you did, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.